Dippy. Dippy. Dippy, come on, man. Seriously. I have something important to talk to you about. Please, Dippy. Dippy, 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 Dip, Dip, Dippy, 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 Dip, 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 Dip.
I like the bleed.
Dippy, play something.
No!
Why must you be so violent?
Why do you keep making me play shitty Sonic games?
There's no such thing.
We're not making any progress here. It just keeps going back to this. It's not good. We must end this.
No, Dippy. You are not yet ready for this confrontation.
Why not?
Because you need to train.
How can you tell?
You haven't run through my obstacle course yet.
What course?
Observe.
Do we have enough money for all this lightning? Why is it so bright? What'd you do to my apartment?
I assembled a course, for you to train in, so you could fight me.
It's just a bunch of shit you put in the way. It's not even that well designed. I'm just gonna stumble over all this. Like, what's the fucking point of this? Why did you... How am I gonna train in this shit?
Exactly.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
This is just a segue, isn't it?
As is this. Do you remember the rest of your promise?
Yeah, it's so good that I need to move on to better games like Sonic and the Black Knight. Or how about Sonic Unleashed? We're using that again. Good. This is good. This is good.
Yes. Now play the damn game. To get ready.
Last time I played this, I had to get drunk. And it was on my old Xbox, and that one's dead. And now I must kill some brain cells to play this. Do you like my Batman gauntlet? I made it. It has nothing to do with this video, though. I'm sorry. It's time to start another shitty Sonic game. Except this one actually reeks of effort instead of just reeking. It was a return to Sega actually giving a damn. But Sonic Team was ruined by now. And it kinda showed. A lot. Like fucking seriously. I wish there was some kind of cutscene viewer. I tried to find one here, but this is just a lab. And I'm not doing a new playthrough for cutscenes. Come on, I just want to watch things. I just can't find them. I need to find them. I don't know where they are. So YouTube! So once again, Sega put a metric shit ton of work into their cinematics. Which is not something they do for non-cinematics, i.e. the actual game, where they just work on shit. Instead of a shit ton of work. You see what I did there? Just look at this cutscene. It's a scene that's been cut. Too well. Here we find the nefarious Doctor Eggman. That was a good impression. He's trying to blow up a planet. Too bad it's his home planet. I mean, that might be a problem because he lives on it. But in the end, it was worth it for him. Or irrelevant, because he still set up Eggman Land on Earth. Right there, on that chunk of dead Earth that's floating above more dead Earth. Why did he do that? I know, he's just gonna set up another stupid, flamboyant, overly complicated batch of death eggs. Or whatever the fuck that was. Yeah, that's probably it. Did I forget to mention that he captured Sonic? Because he captured Sonic and kind of had him. But then he decides to just drop him on Earth without noticing he was a Werehog. But I think he knew and was just saying, fuck you, Earth, enjoy this shit. He's basically saying, get a load of this, while metaphorically showing what Sega did to us with this game. And most of their modern games, I mean, really. To be fair, Sonic did sort of survive a fall from space to Earth. Not sure how, but I'm guessing it's because he's a Werehog. Lol, headcanon. Actually, he just fell from space. And then did some magic anger shield shit. Or maybe some jerk did that. And then he fell anyway. And he died. The end. On to the first level. And it's done. Already. But let's take a minute to reminisce on the bad controls. Well, at least they're bad if you aren't supposed to do anything but run. Which this level implies you are. The controls are meant for fast as balls gameplay, lol, because Sonic turns into a ball. Sometimes. Not in this game. Anyway, there are too many obstacles that ruin this. Which we'll get to, unfortunately. First, we need to rest this camera. Which does this! At least sometimes. Other times it acts like a camera. But really shouldn't, because you shouldn't need a fully rotating camera with super fast gameplay / side-scrolling gameplay. That is, unless you want to fuck up, get stuck, and then have to look back and wonder what the hell just happened. Which you'll be doing that quite a bit. Now back to this first level. It's short. And it still gives you a grade. They all do, since Knights made it cool. But it just feels weird getting one here. Because you really have to suck to get anything less than an A. And that's because it's too damn easy. Which is because it tries too hard to teach you. Do you remember the old games trying to teach you shit? Just imagine Chip's weird ass or Amachow guiding you through the spin dash. Or loops. Or jumping on enemies. Yeah. That'd be great. Maybe they have to make this crap so easy because they changed the homing attack. It's a trick, and it's gonna get you killed, and I miss it. And look at this guy. He's called Professor Pickle. Yeah, Pickle. His lab is useless when you beat the game. Why don't you have cutscenes? He looks weird because this game is animated like a Pixar film for some reason. It's not enough that Silver's just trunks and time travels, that there are 7 mystical items to gather, or a golden super form, or golden super shields if you're a jerk, or a death egg.
Now, we have to take an entire animation style. I don't know why, we just do. Well, they do. I'm not taking responsibility for any of this shit. And this guy looks weird too. And is weird. Really weird. Not really sure why he's called Chip either.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Not really sure why he's called Chip either. I mean, Tails has two tails, so they nicknamed him Tails. And Sonic runs at the speed of sound, so they called him Sonic. And Rouge wears makeup like a whore. I think that has something to do with Rouge. And Big is big. But why is he Chip? But regardless of where they got their... fuck.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
But regardless of where they got their visuals from, the game is very good looking. It's beautiful. Which kind of proves that Sega really does care more about visuals. Although this time it actually bled into the game, unlike the holy atrocity they released years before. And the last one I reviewed, which both looked like early PS2 games, more than midway through its life. Hub worlds are animated too! Well, of course they are. Like Pixar! Just look at this jerk. She wants me to take a quiz. Fuck that quiz. And this guy sells wieners, but his currency is missions. This guy sells, well, talks about ice cream and how good it is. Must be good if you don't even sell it. And this kid has seen things. Probably. There isn't much else to do in these. You can do yoga with pelicans and stand next to this robot. Keep trying. You'll get there. And you can fart around. Literally. Yeah. Soak in your own fart. Do it. You know what else is a bunch of farts?
These nuts!
These levels. All of them. All you do is get destroyed. You run into spikes, enemies, pits, more spikes, more enemies, fire, all kinds of bullshit. The controls don't help. Like I said, you're set to run. You're treated like a race car, even in the 2D parts, which means you'll fall a lot. A lot. But this level is cool. It's actually fun. Yay! Pickle.
Dippy, we're doing this again.
Doing what?
You know.
Fuck. What happened to my clothes?
And here's some bosses. They're pretty limited because they're fighting a race car that occasionally manages to actually homing attack them. These are pretty shit too. You really just run into jerks that fly into them, or you just survive their wrath until they own themselves.
You dumb fuck!
Don't look for design here either. They're worse than the ones in that other crap. And you certainly shouldn't be looking here for anything really. But since we already are, look at this jerk. Just look at him. Like, you know, you already got it. These levels could have been so much more, but they weren't. And what the fuck's DLC anyway? Knuckles could have been used here too, but you know, he wasn't. The stretchy Werehog thing was instead. Is that why Knuckles resorted to steroids and tape? This music makes me want to put tape over my ears. It's everywhere. Every time the Werehog even thinks of fighting. And because they wanted to hamper things down even more, Sega makes you push things, and carry shit, and fail to home in on grapple points. Oh, and there's this shit. I hate it. I just fucking hate it. But at least the fight music is gone, but the Werehog's back. I don't know if that's a good trade-off. Alchemy. And it's not a good lead into this crap. It has a cool theme to it with Sonic running around his stone Gundam, but that's it. 'Cause it's crap. And then you run around the stone Gundam and try to get the Dark Gaia and to help him out and hit him in the eyeball. 'Cause that makes a lot of sense. Whatever, it's cool. Did you see that thing he did? And then some disgusting shit happens. Like, really disgusting, considering this is a Sonic game. I don't know why this is allowed. And he turns into this.
What the fuck is that?
That looks hot.
Yeah.
And of course Super Sonic shows up. He's gotta show up. The emeralds are there and he's a hedgehog. And then you hit some things that sometimes like the turtle. And then you get the shit owned out of you. And then you quit the game and your friend dies. And then the game ends. With sad shit. Which actually is kinda sad. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my happy place now. What?
I would worry less about happy places and more about the fact that you're only halfway done.
But I beat that game years ago. And I don't want to do it anymore. And what happened? What happened?
Get a load of this.